June the 26th, 2023. As you're looking at the National Weather Service map, this is live as of 6:43 p.m. this afternoon Central Time. In the orange, you have heat advisories. In the purple color, those are excessive heat warnings. And then you've got red flag warnings back into the four-state or the Four Corners area of the Southwest. Guys, things got really hairy here last night all through the state. A lot of trees went down. There were trees that were on houses, on power lines. As a matter of fact, a few minutes after midnight, we were getting wind gusts of 75 miles per hour here. Lightning was intense, one after the other. And we just about that time, again, 75 mile per hour is Cat 1. But it took down a tree that's been here for 60 years at least. 2 feet at the bottom, 60 feet tall. And it took out the power lines. So about daybreak, the power company came in. They got started on it right away, did an excellent job. It took them to about 10 o'clock. They had to kind of clear a way through, and the lines were broken. They said we were lucky that it did not break the pole. It would have taken a lot longer, but after about 10 and a half hours or so, they had to wait on daylight. But they came in, and by 10 o'clock, they had our power back on. Now, we were using our side power as far as our solar panels. And one of the things I was really glad of, and it may be something you guys want to think about, is 2 years ago, I bought 2 fans from Home Depot, from Ryobi, and they're battery operated, high and low speed. As a matter of fact, I haven't used them but one time, but you can set them, or I haven't used this feature, you can set them on a 5-gallon bucket and it will create a cooling mist. Again, they're about $49 a piece or something like that. But anyway, had all my Ryobi batteries charged up, and we put those, when the main power went out, we put those 2 fans in place, and it really made a big difference. So if you don't have solar backup, some good battery powered fans is a great idea. Again, look up, go to Home Depot, they're the main Ryobi dealer, and look up the Ryobi fans, and there's some, again, set on a 5-gallon bucket, or they're just set on the floor. You can use the pump or not, but they're great high velocity fans. So check that out. Anyway, it got rough. It was scary. And the scariest part to me, and I mentioned it when I first got out of the hospital, was that I'm not able to jump and run and pull and tug and do things that I would normally do in an emergent situation like that, like switching everything to solar. But we got through it and took our time today and got the kind of the final stages of setting back up your full solar system. Because you get some things you're going to be down on maintenance. I had a big inverter go out on me. I had a replacement. We got that in place. And so, and we've been able to take care of our 5 puppies and our 5 adult dogs. And so we're very fortunate. Now, up in Indiana, guys, I did that report about the tornadoes coming through, and it was massive. We lost someone, and a lot of injuries. But if you haven't, check out the videos on the Indiana tornado. And it was, it didn't look, it looked surreal. It looked like a movie, but it wasn't. It was destruction. But again, I'm going to link you. I'm not going to keep you here very long. I'm going to link you to the Steve Quayle and Mike Adams video. It's very well worth your time because they're talking about the spiritual side of this weather warfare. And if you're not prepared for the spiritual side, guys, you may think you're winning the physical side of a conflict, but if you're not ready with both hands, both feet running, you're going to be caught off guard. So this will sharpen you up a little bit. I mentioned it in the last video I did about this is a spiritual war, and we're starting to see that now. And again, the title of the video, I think, was Weather Warfare, something like that. I'll find it and link it by the time the video's up. Guys, you stay safe tonight. Watch all of these overheated areas. Also, the Northeast, guys, what have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 states along the coast there that you've either got severe thunderstorm watches or severe thunderstorm warnings. And you saw with what happened just to your east in Indiana last night. Don't let your guard down. And when these big giant ones hit like this, there's not a lot you can do at the last minute. And I've been caught in a tornado before, and when they say it sounds like a freight train coming through, that's exactly what it sounds like. Now, if you're heavily rain wrapped, that's going to cushion out a lot of that noise, especially at night. But that just be prepared before you go to bed. I'm telling you, this is a type of weather warfare against God's children, is that you check your weather. Get your weather radios ready. Get your flashlights close to your bed. If you've got generators, it's still daylight in 2/3 of the U.S. Go get you some gas or diesel or propane or whatever they run on, and start thinking about things like I mentioned last night. If you're thinking about an expensive vacation or something, think about food for your family or supplies that you will need. And in this case, solar panels. Think about what I'm telling you. After Katrina, we were without water or electricity here in 100-degree plus heat for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 18 years ago. And that taught me the lesson of solar panels. If I'd had those, it would have been a lot nicer. And for the price, we sell them. We sell the #1 solar panels on the planet. And that's not why I'm doing this video. But everything we have is tested, and it also is the best price. Just think about it. For a $5,000 or $6,000 generator that has to use propane or some type of fuel, you can build a very nice solar system that will make it very comfortable in some very rough times. That's at BPearthWatch.com. Again, that has nothing to do with even why I came and did this video. But I'm going to link to the Quail and Mike Adams video. I think they did an excellent job. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.